Hello. Hello. I don't know how this works as far as chat goes and shit. Live chat. There we go. What's up, Alex? Does it go this way? Okay. What's up, Dirt? G'day, brother. I met your nan and auntie. Scrub. Nan and auntie when they live your old house in Ringwood. The one with them. Oh shit! No, that's amazing. That old place in Ringwood was crazy. Had like a tennis court that was made into a basketball court and shit. It was so cool. Loving the beard, mate. Hope you had a good Christmas and New Year. Thank you very much. It's pretty bushy at the moment. I need to get it kind of trimmed up a bit, you know what I mean? In Ringwood, whereabouts in Ringwood do you live? Did I live? I lived Bemboka Road, which sort of close to Yarra Valley High School, and the second place was pretty much just across from Yarra Valley in like this little area. Hello to Seb and Monique. Shout outs to you guys. Falling and Flying is an Aussie classic, no cap. Tattletale, thank you. We are planning to do a Falling and Flying 10-year reunion next year. No, this year. Yeah, this year. Shit. I forgot. It was just New Year's Day. And we'll be re-releasing Falling and Flying with some tracks that didn't make it and also a bunch of new stuff. And we'll be doing a tour for that. I don't even know if I'm meant to even say that, you know what I mean? But there we go. Went to Perth show and it'll always be an amazing memory. Looking well, man, and look back for times on that night. Stay humble and blessed. This is your year, my guy. Thank you, Bailey, you legend. Since I said Maddie, you dickhead started copying me. Uncle Six, what's up, Rich? Come to Singapore. That would be amazing. You can't put a baseball player next to a racehorse. Oof. Thank you, DR. Appreciate you. Is it Dejan or Dezian? Dejan? The pain when you live in the UK and you're probably only in tour in Australia. I've toured in the UK before, but it has been a long time. But I did love it over there. Can't wait to go back. Any music coming this year? 6? Absolutely, yeah. Been writing like crazy. Definitely becoming a Brizzy, absolutely. Hopefully do a bunch of Queensland shows. I am, yes, Shanae. What's your thoughts on Chillin' It? I love Chillin' It. I think he's an animal. Such a good MC, you know. Does it go this way? No. I should be dead. Maybe I got 9 lives, 7 left because I've already died twice. Thank you, Batman. That was a very hard song to do. What's up, Carly? I remember seeing a photo. A mate met you in Coles. I was like 12 and way too jealous. Been following you for over a decade. Good to see you real. I was right back. Hell yeah. Which Coles was it? I still remember seeing you back in 2014 in Sydney at the Eminem show. It was awesome. Menace, thank you, brother. I would definitely do a song with Chill in it if he was down. Been a fan since day one. Missed you at Forced a Vintage Modern Tour and still kicking myself. Would love to see you live. Next time, Reef. Absolutely. No, I haven't been back in the gym, Shanae. Have not been back in the gym. I've just been writing. That's basically it, you know, just writing like crazy. Southland, nice. Got kicked out of your concert one time. What for? Were you punching on? There's always a punch on at the shows. It's ridiculous. Most shows there's a punch on and someone gets thrown out. Been a fan since back in your battle rap days. Would love to see you working out though again. Menthol. I think that's a good idea too. I want to get into BJJ. I want to get into martial arts. I used to do Taekwondo, but I'm a bit scared of getting into that. I'm just considering boxing or kickboxing, but BJJ would be, I don't know, I feel embarrassed to do it, you know what I mean? Pet's just been doing the family thing, you know? Having 2 kids and just loving life, pretty sure. This year's been tough though. I haven't been keeping in touch with many people. I bumped into you at an Arch Barker performance in 2011, around the time of Stand the Fuck Up and Please Be Seated. Where can we get those albums now? They're on YouTube, but they're not like on iTunes or anything like that because they're mixtapes, you know what I mean? But they are there. Be cautious not to exaggerate it. Exaggerate what? Peter? You need to get back into grind time. You know, funny you say that. I've been watching some battles, some URL battles and some King of the Dot battles and stuff. And when I watch those battles, that's when I get really inspired to write and I just go crazy. And I do write a lot of battle stuff, but I mainly use them in songs, you know. So I like the thought of doing battles again, but it has to be right, you know what I mean? Keegan, Finny boy. Discover your potential, Peter. Thank you. Yes, I'm on good terms with Cursor, for sure. We had moments in the past where we weren't very civil, I guess, or on good terms, but there was nothing that serious, you know. But no, we're on good terms, no bad blood whatsoever. All respect in the world for him. YouTube chat is so much quicker than Twitch. Is it? What's up, babe? How's the patch going? Annalise, love your shit. Thank you very much. I love your shit. Kasaya. Oh, much love. I love you too, babe. No new tats. No new tats. No new anything, really. Just new year, new me shit, you know? Trying to get good. Family's good. Yeah, everyone's doing really well. Shave the beard. No, I'm letting it go, eh? I'm just going all out. That's why it's all scruffy and shit at the moment. I just want to get it pretty out there and then cut it into a really good shape. So forgive the bumminess of my beard at the moment. Oh, dude. Lick these nuts is going in. The fucking beard is weird. Hey. What's up, Brooke? How are you? The beard is weird. Mistake. You're looking happy, man. Good to see. Thank you, brother. You look like you're doing a lot better, man. Loving the smile, Josh. Thank you, mate. I have my days, you know. You've got me through a lot of hard times with your music, and I'd love to say thank you. I appreciate that, Reckless. Miss Reckless. Ooh. Heaps quicker patches are going good. What inspired you to write Tormented Kid? You know, that was a story that I drew inspiration from another story that was sort of similar, but I definitely, what's the word? I definitely took is it poetic license in that? Where you switch it up and exaggerate things a little bit. But yeah, I thought that was one of my favorites off that album, that and So Fake. You fans so sexy. Oh, Gillian's loving the fans. Or my fan, are you saying that fan? Glad to see you back being active on social media to say the best art comes from true struggle. So I can't wait to see your next release. How many tracks are you working on currently? Honestly, I'm kind of working with no agenda. You know, I'm not focused on creating an album. I'm just writing tracks. So I've got a lot, like all my notes are just full of bars, and it's very just rappy, you know? A lot of punchlines and shit like that. A lot of stuff that is quite technical as well, like people would have to listen to it a few times to understand some of the bars, you know what I mean? Happy birthday to Luke. Absolute legend. I do like NF, yes. When I hear him, I want to rap, which is great. Is Pest still making music? I'm pretty sure he would be. Yeah, I don't think he'll ever stop making music. Some actual layered lyrical wordplay coming from the best to the best. Isaac, thank you. That's what it is. It's very much a lot of wordplay, a lot of punchlines and shit that I think I love that shit, but sometimes I don't know if it's a bit too complicated. Shout out to Brooke Tinsley, legend. Liam, I have bipolar type 1. I hope you're doing okay. I'm still in denial about being diagnosed with bipolar, but they said it's type 2, so I'm different. So Fake and Bring It. Yeah, I forgot about that one. I go pretty hard on that joint. I was angry. I like when I get angry, to be honest. I'm not a very angry person, but when I do songs with anger that come from anger, I actually really like what comes out. And Bring It was, I was really all about it, you know. I'm on meds, bro, Liam. Same here, mate. Your beard hair actually pretty epic. Do you use oils? Can you please shout out Bondi Beard Co. Sydney Business Natural Ingredients. Shout outs to Bondi Beard Co. Yeah, I use beard oil. I also use like a wax to just kind of bring it down and stuff like that. It's a bit fluffy at the moment and thin, but it'll get there. I just got to commit to it and get past this kind of bummy looking stage, you know what I mean? Try and make it nice. I'm trying to figure out how to get, you know how you see people with an epic beard, but they have the big mo as well. I don't want to twirl it. I could twirl it, but I don't want to. So I'm just growing it and seeing what happens. Shout out to Bree O'Toole. Much love to Chase as well. You're a good brother. In the Chubb part 2. I've got bars about that work, you know, like things that I could do actual in the Chubb part 2. I don't know if that'd go down too well in today's current climate of political correctness, you know. I might cop some shit for a song like that. But the thing is, it's a genuine song. Jack, it's all good, mate. All for the laughs. 360 verse Pat Stay would be epic. Hilarious. With everything I know of Pat, he would do it. I've conversed with him a little bit. That would be epic, I think. But I think I need to be hungry. If I just do it because it's going to be good promotion, I think it would suffer. If I'm in like a real hungry place and I want to, you know, really destroy someone, then I think I'd be good. I get really nervous before battles though. I love performing, but battles freak me out. The beard struggle has some mad products for helping boost your beard growth and thickness. Also, is Viking base, so brings out a warrior from within. Smitty, I love that shit. I want to grow the crazy beard and then grow the hair back and do the original Ragnar look in the Viking show with the shaved sides and, you know, the braided top. Ooh, Resi. Throwbacks, I love it. Foul Child is my top 5 360 songs, eh? Man, that's old. I can't even remember how old I was when I dropped that. I swear I was like 17 or some shit. Or 16. How many songs you got ready and unreleased? Ooh, I reckon probably about 50 that are actually presentable, but there'd be about 200 that are just rough as guts, you know, not really very release worthy at the moment. I'd have to do a lot of work on them, but there's about 50 that if you know, we decided to go for it, we could release. Reckless, you legend. 360's favorite word, crazy shit. I always say the word shit. I always say and shit, and I always say, you know what I mean. And I say babe a lot, and dog. I know in Australia calling someone a dog is meant to be really offensive, but when I say dog, I mean it in a, you know, we used to say it because, you know, how a lot of rappers in America like dog and shit. We just kind of started saying it to take the piss, like what's up dog, in a really Australian accent, and it stuck. So now people think I'm saying what's up dog, but I'm actually was meant to take the piss initially, but it grew into a sincere term of endearment. What's going on, dog? How do you even go about releasing a song? Do you give a song to a record label, and if they like it, send it send it to people. You know, you can do it many ways. If you want to release a song, if you get the beat that you like, you have to organize with the producer and either pay them or whatever. And once you own that beat, then you can do whatever you want with the song. You can just put it out on the internet. Um, you can go to record labels with it. But if you're wanting to go to a record label, my advice would be to go with them with a bunch of songs and say, this is what I'm kind of doing. With your help, I could do more, so they can see the potential that you've got and then help you build to make an album. But if you just want to release songs, you can just do it yourself. Carly. Thank you, Isaac. I think a lot of people who make music or art or whatever, they probably look back on their older stuff and just crease, you know? Like that shit folds me up. I can't stand it, but I still understand that it is where I was at the time, so I still have love for it. I can't help being critical of it, of my old music, you know? Shout out to my mate Callum. You was #1 artist. I remember him showing me your battles in year 8 since he passed, but your music honestly really helped. Hope you're doing well. Damn, rest in peace to Callum. Much love, Jordan. Off topic, curious their thoughts on M's new album. I haven't listened to it, to be honest. I listened to a few songs, and I think, you know, he's a machine. He just studies like, it's like he's just a master of the English language, because he'll take so many words that your average person would never think could be used in wordplay or in punchlines or anything like that, and he just makes it work, and he can rhyme anything. He's a beast. Some of the way he raps these days, I don't quite connect with it like I used to. I don't know if it's his flow or his delivery or what it is. I think it might be the way he kind of pronounces things, but fucking lyrically, he's a god. You can study his shit and just realize how complicated it is and technical, you know, his rhymes and his patterns and everything. He's a beast. I don't know how you did it, but Tiny Angel had me fooled in thinking it hit you on a personal level, like it was your loss. That is definitely how I wanted to write it, you know, like it happened to me. So that, I think that's why it took so long, because I couldn't just think about making the song like that and just do it. I had to study and interview, like not interview, but talk to people who had been through it, and nurses to figure out what happens and the equipment used and all that kind of stuff. So it sounded very genuine when I did the song, you know. Lemsdog, thank you, brother. I haven't seen you on Twitch lately, Jess. No, I haven't been streaming. I've been just so focused on writing that I sort of haven't wanted to interrupt it. I definitely want to stream more, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I haven't. But when I've been in the zone, I haven't wanted to ruin the vibe. Because sometimes if I jump on Twitch and I start writing, I get distracted by the chat, and I will lose the energy that I'm in. So I've been just trying to maintain it, you know. But I'm definitely gonna be streaming. What keeps you from resurrecting the intense style we heard on Bring It and some of the old Let's Beef battles? Do you not feel that you have content themes and or song concepts that would do it justice? Bobby, that's a good question. You know, when I do those real kind of angry tracks, it stems from something that's actually, you know, pissing me off. So I think that's what it's going to take, is me drawing from something that's actually really getting to me. I could you know, one thing I've been trying to do is put myself in other people's shoes and do concepts from that, so I could try and write a song from the perspective of someone with serious anger issues, or just write about topics that I might not necessarily be completely passionate about, but see it from their side and do something like that. But there's nothing that's really pissing me off, you know. That's why I haven't really done tracks like that. I can do deep tracks and dark tracks because I go through that a lot. But yeah, I would like to do more, to be honest. Did Curse's bad habits call out get to you on a personal level? What was that? What, I'm not sure what that is. Is that a song? Did he call me out? I actually not sure, Liam. Or was it a song about just having bad habits? I'll have to listen to it. Social injustice, political oppression. I definitely, definitely. How do I explain it? I'm keeping up with a lot of shit that's going on, but I haven't had that inspiration to write about it. It usually just comes organically, you know. It was a line in it. What was the line? Have you thought about writing a book about your struggles with mental health affects both you as Matt? Definitely. Yeah, we've spoken about doing a book, but I just don't know. Like, I doubt myself so much that it's pretty pathetic because that we've talked about it so much and how it could be a really good idea, but then my mind comes in and I start saying, "Who the fuck are you to even think you could write a book?" Like, I feel like I'm being narcissistic by thinking I could write a book about myself, and then I just kind of shy away from it. I always do shit like that. My brothers told me that I've got a full on confidence issue with shit like that. So when you lied to your fans and apologize in the end. So did Liam, are you saying it was to me, or was it just a line that would stick out to me? Something that I would relate to. Just hit 4 years of sobriety because of you and your music, dude. Thank you for everything, Sarah Rose. That's amazing. It's not because of me, that's because of you. You should be proud. That's actually massive. Good on you. If not a book, would you consider doing type of spoken word tour and address the crowd? Absolutely, Belinda. I've wanted to do a tour where it is me doing songs but with more of an acoustic setting. So it's not crazy like party time or anything like that. It's more people sitting down like in a theater and with a string section and stuff like that, and backing vocalists and stuff, and then talking and really telling a story, but doing the songs. Oh, what's this? Yeah, doing the songs from more laid back and have people immersed in them. That's an A with $20 on it. Oh, Shanae, wish I could give you more. To me, you are my guardian angel. I listen to your music when I am at my lowest. At the moment, I'm in rehab for my mental health. Wish I could talk to you more. Thank you for helping me, Shanae. Oh, you don't have to do that. Just focus on yourself. If and you're in rehab, that's amazing. Whereabouts are you? Are you in Victoria? It's good that you've got your phone in there. That'll keep you yeah, keep up. I struggled when I didn't have my phone in a rehab, but yeah, just stay strong. Hey, it's great that you're in there. Tommy Mac is amazing. Smitty, my partner's on bupe and it's fucked. Ah, I understand that struggle. I was on bupe and then went to methadone, and that was like, I was fine when I was on bupe, but on methadone I struggled. Methadone took me down to the pits of hell, to be honest. Sinead Dandenong. Oh, nice. Well, I wish you all the best, and yeah, I can imagine it'd be hard. I'm not sure what you're coming off, but good luck. You could always do tours as secret session tours. Local councils put on events and perhaps could be a big way to help a lot of people with support, George. That'd be great. It's a great idea. Hello, Lotus. Hate on us for photo shoots, but when you post to look hard, they're called photos too. One of my favourite bars you ever spat, or anyone for that matter, because so many plastic people putting on fronts. Saturday for the boys. I appreciate that. Actually, fuck it. I need to listen to that song because I forgot about that song until it was just brought up. I love that song. Thank you. Brother, you're a big part of my childhood. I feel good to have you back and looking healthy. Thank you, Jay. I hope you're well. I get what Liam was on about on that lines for I'm sorry and bad habits, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I get ya. That makes sense. Lies, addiction comes with lies, you know. You live a web of lies, so I've definitely told so many lies during active addiction. Not intentional though, you know what I mean? Like, you like I might say that I'm sober, mean it, then bang, next week I won't be. That's yeah, that's the difficulty of it, and it's complicated. She wants to change to methadone as bupe is ruining her teeth, etc., and barely covering withdrawals. Smitty, I would talk to the doctor about that, but methadone is worse for the teeth, to be honest. And I put on like fucking 30 kilos when I was on methadone. But I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to give crazy advice, you know. James. What up, brother? I was prescribed pain meds for 11 years and stopped cold turkey. Jesus, George. That would have been rough. Cold turkey. You're going to make it through bipolar, bro, and find a way to cope. I made it through my type 1. I was on lithium for years and it made me feel nothing at all. Big love to you, my bro. Hope to meet you. Same to you, Liam. Appreciate you, brother. Luckily, I have no addiction, Shanae. Are you in like a psychiatric place, Shanae? Busk on the street for something to do. That could actually be a bar. He's been on it for the past 4 years as has grown, so it's all about pain management since 15 years of opioid dependence. Smitty. Sorry about that. Sorry to hear, that's tough. What's this? T Rama. Just chucked the tip in. Much love. Appreciate you. I'm kind of new. I've never really done just a straight YouTube stream, so I don't know what these little things coming up are. Like, I've heard about super chats and stuff, but I don't quite understand it, you know. Thank you very much, T-Dog. You're a fucking champion. Lithium made me sexual dreams. I swear they have me 3 bags. When I had nerve damage, I got put from open ward to my own room. Thinks I was talking in my sleep. Was so pissed they woke me. Oh, God. When I was on certain medications for bipolar, it just made me feel numb, like a ghost. It was horrible. And it's like, yeah, I had a lyric about it, like, would you rather feel shit or not feel shit? And it's a tough one. Do you do TikToks? No, I never got on the TikTok train. I never quite got it. I think I'm at that stage where I'm like, I'm a bit old, you know. Don't understand what the kids are all doing. Do you drive a Commodore? I used to drive a VR. That was my first. And now I drive a VW Golf. Wombat went a bit over the top. What's people? I've seen people mention Wombat, you know, with kind words in my streams before, but I've also seen people say some like talk shit about him, and I don't understand why. Like, he's a really great MC. If you have Facebook, you should join Victorian Brotherhood. It's an amazing men's mental health and suicide awareness group. Wow, that's great. I don't really use Facebook. I do use it to post on my 360 page, but I don't use my personal one anymore. It was just, I found it too depressing, to be honest. Golf GTI. You know, to be honest, mate, I don't know fuck all about cars. Is there such thing as a Golf GT and not a GTI? It's definitely turbo. I don't know if it's a GTI though. George, I get ya. Totally understand. He wants to clean his act up. I understand. Yep. I absolutely love that Conor McGregor rap you did. Will you be watching Conor vs. Dustin 2 this month? Holy shit, I didn't even know it was happening. I'm so out of touch with everything. I've just been so sucked into American politics at the moment. It's insane. And I've been deep diving on these weird conspiracy theories that, you know, when you hear a conspiracy theory and you're like, oh, you can take it or leave it, you know, but then you watch certain videos or you hear certain people talk about it and what they say freaks you out. It's been kind of like that. It's like when I remember when I watched Zeitgeist when I was heaps younger, and that shit freaked me out. I went on a deep dive and looked at all these real out there wacky conspiracies, and then I found something, and I was just like, nah, I'm not looking at this anymore. Fuck that. Any lads struggling, actually anyone struggling, remember you're never alone. Much love to all. Aaron Warner. You legend, mate. Got to get those demons working for you. Mental health and depression is crazy, but you have loads going on for you, brother, from the heart. Keep focused as you are. Thank you, T-Dog. I appreciate that. Likewise. Was it hard getting off the drugs, Mitch? Absolutely. Absolute fucking nightmare, to be honest. It's so hard. It's so hard to explain. But it's like you feel like, for me, I had snakes crawling under my skin. It literally felt like that. Like I wanted to just leave my body. It was just a constant state of feeling uncomfortable and vomiting and shitting yourself and all that. I had to wear a fucking nappy. That's how bad it was. It's so bad. And it's like the worst state of anxiety and depression you can be in. Like you're just in it. You're stuck in it. And if you just have a little bit of what you were on, then it makes it feel a lot better. So it's such a bad, tragic thing. Have you ever had a good idea on a song you have wanted to create but forgotten how it was going to go? Rihanna, all the time. Yeah, if I have an idea for a song, I have to either record it on my little voice recorder on my phone, or I have to put it in my notes in my iPhone. Otherwise, I will completely forget it. And it does happen a lot. I think I'll definitely remember. Scally, what's good, brother? That beat you sent is amazing. I'm loving it. Studying conspiracy theories got me seriously depressed. It can be a really bad fucking rabbit hole to go down. I don't recommend it, eh? What are your thoughts on Dr. Flea as an artist? He's a beast. Absolute animal of a rapper, you know. He's so talented. Great guy, too. What do you think nowadays, Ozrap being produced like Husky, Chillin' at Womba? Yeah, I think those guys are all great. I haven't really listened to all of them, but the guys that I've heard are fucking sick, you know? I think Aussie rap's heading in a great direction, and it's a lot more about the bars and shit, you know? It went through its little poppy phase. I was part of that. I'm glad it's getting back to the rap, you know, the rap stuff, and yeah, I will 100% be involved. What drugs were you hooked on, Kurt? Oh, mate, I was on... It started... The dance that I call it started with pain, like pain meds, I think the first ones I ever took was fucking tramadol. And I had 4 and I freaked out and thought I was going to overdose, but then I got really high and I was like, what the fuck? And then every now and then I was taking Nurofen Plus by the bucket load. And then I met a doctor and he used to prescribe me anything. So he'd give me like Oxycontin and 80 milligram ones. I'd get about a box a week, maybe 2. And then, you know, I was dabbling in heroin as well, but that wasn't... I didn't enjoy heroin. I like the pharmaceutical drugs was where it was at, but also, you know, cocaine, lots of cocaine. That was just parties though, you know, like when I was partying, I'd do everything. I'd do pipes, literally everything, you know, acid, shrooms, DMT, loved ketamine, and also loved, you know, my favorites were the downers like Valium and Xannies and fucking clonazepam and all of the Pams, you know, and they were my downfall because I could party and I could go for days, but the thing is, when I was coming down, I couldn't handle it, so I was either just drinking like straight from the bottle and having like a bottle of vodka a day, or having lots and lots of benzos and opiates and shit. So I was doing that day to day, but then partying on the weekends. So I was not really addicted to coke or shard or anything like that. For me, it was just the pain meds and the downers. That was the day to day shit. It was fucked. It was heavy. Proud of you, bruv. Keep it up. Lieutenant Smithy, thank you. I appreciate that. Legend. Has anyone told you you have a calming voice? And it always helped me hearing your music, especially when I went through a real tough time. Time travel. No, I've never been told I have a calming voice. That's awesome though. Thank you. I'll start doing ASMR fucking streams. No, I would never do that. My phones are dying, so I need to just get my little remote charger. Hold on a sec, sorry. Is it charging? There we go. Got the charge on now. Let's turn the fan on, it's getting warm in here. On the OnlyFans ASMR. I watched one to see what the fuss was all about once and was like, what the fuck? Like rubbing this like thing and just whispering in it and shit. And there was like 4,000 people in there just frothing on this chick. Oh, Zach, I'd be down for that milkshake, brother. How many tats do you have? I have many, many tats. Many unfinished tats as well. They don't look that good. Where do you find all your instrumentals? My manager usually hooks me up with them because he manages Styles, who produces a lot of my stuff, and he manages a bunch of other dudes who are really just great producers. But yeah, he just has contacts, which is really good. But a really good way to find beats is on YouTube. If you just go on there, there's so many dudes on there that are just fucking awesome. Like, you type in someone like Drake, right? And you say Drake type beat. And it'll come up with all these producers who have made similar beats like that. And if you find someone that you like, just go on their channel and go through all their beats, and they're just insanely good, and you don't have to pay much for them. I've never done that, but I do use a lot of YouTube beats to write, you know, but I haven't purchased any yet. What's up, Boo Boo? Happy New Year to you. You legend. Oh, I think Matt Kant's back in Melbourne. Yeah, him and his missus moved back here. He's running some businesses, getting his hustle on. He's great. If you write a biography, you need to do an audio book with you reading it. Would be sick. Fuck, imagine that. Doing an audio book. Even put some bloody raps on there and shit. Do you have any ways around writer's block? Luke, when I go through writer's block, I completely just shut off and don't do any music at all. I just, I literally just don't, I play video games, watch movies, just chill, do other stuff apart from music, and then usually I get an inspiration somehow. Like, say it's a week off doing anything, I'll just chuck a beat on and randomly get inspired. If it comes, you go with it. If it doesn't come, you just leave it. Don't force it, because if you force it, you end up getting so frustrated at yourself, and it's really, really, really annoying, because you'll force yourself and put too much pressure on yourself. So just chill. That's my advice. Surely you're thinking about getting into the battle rap scene. Crystal, I would, you know, I'd love to get back into battling. I would. It would just, yeah, need to be the right time, and it would need to feel right. I'd need to be hungry. But I've got a lot of stuff. I've got bars for so many people. If you meditate, look at Nomadic Jurassic. Dan released another album today on here, actually. If you never meditated, the tones will put you there. George, I love that kind of music, so I'll listen to it anyway. Do you feel better on methadone, oxy 80s? So there was no real high with methadone, but the thing is, it's easily abused, and it's dangerous. But yeah, the high was different. It's not like a high. When you're on methadone, it's just to maintain not going through withdrawals, so you can try and live a normal life. You still got the claws in of the addiction, but you're not getting high. With the oxys, it was all about the high. Not a good path to go down. Wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Much love, Suko. I don't really have many dreams, eh? I do have some are really bad dreams, but I don't dream that much. I much love Hale. Ned Kelly battle rap with mask. I should do a fucking Ned Kelly song. That'd be great. What medication worked for you? You found any that help that don't have too fucked up side effects? One thing that worked good for me was metazapine. That's like an antidepressant kind of anti-anxiety one, but I did put on a bit of weight with that. I was on Lexapro. That did not help at all. That actually gave me bad side effects, and now I'm on something called Brintalex. I was on Seroquel as well, and fucking what's it called? Sodium valproate. That was like a bipolar med. The Seroquel made me put on so much weight though, and it kind of just numbs you out. It feels weird. Cali Gang lived next to my ancestors, George. That's mad. Cali Gang is a great name for a rap group, an Aussie rap group. Start a posse, you know. Posse tracks and Aussie rap. Cool Herc, absolutely. Cool Mo D, absolutely. These are the people who conceptualized hip-hop rap. Curtis Blow. I don't know Spoonie G or... I don't know Spoonie G, but the rest of the names I do know. I wasn't introduced to hip-hop in those days, but I did listen, you know. Back in those early days when I was obsessed with hip-hop, I was definitely studied it a lot. Good to hear others' experience on medication. Heard Seroquel is a weight gainer. I can't take any pills my brain don't like, even the thought of it. I just go in my own world and eventually shit. I've always hated the thought of being on medications too, Paula. But yeah, I've just had to give in the end, you know. Clonidine is great. I'm worried it's a little addictive though. I really miss it when I run out. I didn't notice that with clonidine. I was on that when I was coming off the methadone and stuff, but I didn't notice any effects that it had. Did you ever abuse Adderall? Yes. Massively. I got to a point though where I used to doctor shop a lot when I was younger, and I got to a point with the Adderall where I was having so much. I could have like a whole bottle, or maybe not a whole bottle, but fuckloads of it, and it just wouldn't do anything. That happens with everything that I've done when it comes to substance abuse, you know. Get to a point where you take it so much, your tolerance is so high that it really doesn't have the effect anymore. And you reach a point where you're taking so much stuff, but it's really just to function and to feel semi-normal. And that's where it always went with me. I was never able to just chip away. I was just someone who went all out with everything. It was fucking brutal. With alcohol, it was bad. Lucci Power Perspective. Much love. You have an awesome day too. I was on Cymbalta for 6 months, lost 15 kilos over 2 weeks. Wow. Experience brains apps. Ugh. I'm digging this beard though. Brooke, really? I haven't really had many compliments from women. I've had guys say epic beard, but that's it. So I appreciate that. It's in a scruffy stage at the moment. I'm growing it, and I'll get to a point where I can shape it and make it look really kind of majestic. But at the moment, it's bushy, you know. Hey, Allah, sorry to hear that. Do you listen to Logic 360, Ruben? Yeah, I reckon Logic's dope. I don't listen to him like crazy, but I think he's amazing. Excuse me. When I went to rehab, I was I had stopped smoking, and I knew that when I went to rehab, I was going to start again because it's just just how it is, and wanted to take my little vape in there, but we weren't allowed it because the smoke in it comes out so thickly that it can trigger people, you know. So I try not to show the smoke coming out. I don't want anyone, to see the smoke and want to start blowing clouds. I was watching an interview you did with some girl. You went and did that water jet thing. You strapped to your feet. She was pretty hot, dude. She's a babe, yeah. She's a really nice person as well. She's beautiful. She has so much potential to do so many things. Like she could do anything. She's that smart. Like I think she's been, doing TV presenting and stuff like that. Like you can just see her doing stuff on those traveling shows and stuff. I think she could do her own shows. You got a good heart, TM. Thank you. There's a lot of doubt in my head. When someone gives me a compliment, it's so bizarre. Someone gives me a compliment, I automatically feel like either they're lying or it's not real. It is strange. I got serious confidence issues. It's stupid. It is so stupid. Should just run with it. Can you talk more about your bad trip, Shane? Um, yeah, I had a fucking horrible, horrible experience. I was on mushrooms, and I'd only had a magical times, where you fucking just everything's warping and the music is amazing. But I had one where it was like 12 hours of just this negativity in my head and just doubt and just self-hatred, and it fucked me up for so long. I couldn't look people in the eye for months. And then once we're in the forest camping, and they were doing mushies, and I was so scared of it, but I was just like, I was one of those persons who could never say no, and I ended up doing it, and I was in this rut like really badly, and I ended up just going for it, and it snapped me out of it. Still had lasting effects from the bad trip, but it snapped me out of that really bad state that I was in. Not recommending it or anything like that. I'm just that's what just happened. Every time we have doubt, we can be sure that others cannot see that doubt in us. So if we bring certainty to the table, doubt goes out the window. Change focus. George. I like you, George. Saying some fucking wise stuff. Nicole, I'm exactly the same. I don't take compliments well at all. It's a strange thing, isn't it? I don't know why it kind of annoys me when people say quitting cigarettes is just as hard as drugs. It might just be me, but cigarettes have never put me in physical pain when quitting. Oh, Alfie, it's not really. It is, I guess it is an addiction, but it's hard to compare it with full-blown withdrawals like meth or heroin and stuff like that. I don't think they're very on the same page, but some people might. I guess everyone's experience is different. I was in the health ward. I used to blast national anthem, and it helped me know what I was feeling, Ruben. Which ward? Which is best to smoke to deal with anxiety, smokes or vape? I don't really reckon either of them really help with anxiety. If anything, they'll probably make it worse, you know? I think a lot of people use cigarettes when they want to calm down, but it's a stimulant in a way. I think they never really calmed me down. I think they just took my attention away. But I guess that helps with anxiety at the same time. I don't even, like, to me, I wonder if sometimes, you know, the vaping, it takes you off the cigarettes and the chemicals and that, but what are the chemicals in the vapes? Like all the flavors and shit like that. Are they worse? Like, there's no real studies on it, so it kind of makes, I don't know which should be better. Do you ever snort your oxys? I did. I don't think it made much difference though. I wasn't such heavy, like the real heavy ones, and I was on them before they made them really had that hard coating around them, and yeah, definitely did. I've got actually a pretty story about that, pretty hilarious one. I don't want to talk about certain drug stories though and sound like I'm glorifying stuff, you know. Sometimes, yeah, but sometimes the story's still good, you know. Hey, I don't know how appropriate this is, but yeah, the 80s I did. Yeah, I don't know if I should get into too much detail either, because it is I don't want to influence anyone in a bad way. I don't want to set anyone off, so I don't really, you know, don't know what to do when that topic comes up. Why did full version of Over the Moon never drop? Could we possibly get a release? Dills. So that music is all that music I've still got, you know. I like the idea of calling a mixtape Over the Moon, but I just forgot it. I could still, you know, put out stuff with that name. But that stuff's so old now that I reckon it doesn't really compare to the stuff that I've got in the vault. I've got so much stuff in the vault now. So all that older stuff is a bit different. It's kind of not as good, you know. But I could put them out. I could always put all those older songs out. But yeah, I'm very critical of them. It makes me kind of cringe. I hate putting out shit that makes me cringe, you know. Have you watched the South Park Pandemic special? Nah, I haven't really watched South Park, to be honest. People always talk about it, but you know, haven't really got there. Over the Moon, Under the Radar. That's sick. Love that. That could be a line. Anthony, I know exactly what you're saying there, brother. Puppy, what's going on, mate? Which show, Jack? Did you know Leroy is half Aboriginal from the Leroy tribe? I wonder how much this plays a role in his dismissal of more Eurocentric hip-hop success in your country. I wish him the best. Yeah, I'm surprised he's not massive here, because he's fucking crazy. He's killing it, and, you know, he's making that new wave stuff, so it is a surprise that it's not being embraced here, but he lives in the States, doesn't he? Like, does he have much of a presence in Australia? Because I think that's an important thing when an artist has presence here and they're, you know, touring a lot and they're making music while they're in the country, I think that gives them more of a chance to be successful. If they're over there and just releasing music here, I'm not sure if that will have the same impact. I don't know. I'm just streamlining, but he's crazy talented, that guy. You got a photo in the kitchen with my brother, was that? That was a good night. If that's a night I'm thinking of, that was insane. If they pushed him here, it gives Indigenous a bigger voice, so seen as threats. I hate that would even play into it, you know? Like, someone makes good music, they make good music, that's how it should be. He makes great music, and that's the bottom line, you know? It's insane. See you, Smithy, much love. I think I was called, did I call you Smitty before? My vision's bad. Story of Purple Waterfall. Purple Waterfall was about cough syrup, which is bad because the cough syrup in Australia was, it did have codeine in it, but it also had a lot of paracetamol, where the cough syrup in America didn't have, I don't think it had paracetamol, it just had promethazine and codeine. But in here it was really bad. Like, the cough syrup that was going was really doing a lot of damage to people because people were just going hard on it. But the paracetamol, if you take a lot of that, it really fucks up your liver. What happened to your track with Hobson from 2000? We started a track, we got the beat, we started in the studio, but we didn't actually record anything, so it never really eventuated, you know. George, did you make music yourself? Tell me your Oxy story, please. So I had a doctor that would really, you know, prescribe me anything. I don't know if he believed me or not, but I was just in there every week just saying, oh, I lost a box or my back's fucked. And I just think he kind of understood what I was going through at the time. I don't know, but he would give me the strongest benzos that you could possibly get, which I'm pretty sure that's the case, which was called Hypnodorm. And that was actually, I was used to have about 7 of them a day. They were like sleeping tablets, but they were hypno. I looked at the ingredients and was like, what the fuck? I'm roofing myself. Did you lose a nut go-karting? No, I didn't. Common misconception. I ruptured my ball sack. Just had a big split down it, and I was like bleeding heavily from the go-kart accident, but I didn't lose a nut, thankfully. It was very funny, though, when I was in hospital. They were doing an ultrasound on my nuts because I had to check for the damage, and I'm just sitting there with my fucking legs up like that, and the guy's like putting the gel on my balls and then rubbing the fucking ultrasound thing. It was just awkward. It went for about 45 minutes too, and I'm just looking at him in the eyes like that, you know, trying to make it extra awkward. Thank you, Robert. Do I still smoke weed? Nah. If I smoked weed, I think it would make me super paranoid. I'm already very paranoid as it is, and my mind is a fragile thing. So if I smoke weed, it would just knock me around too much. I can't do it. Any idea when new music coming? I really don't know. Like, I can't say for sure, but this year definitely, 100% this year. I don't know when the re-release of Falling and Flying is coming out, but Alpha, Alfie, sorry. God, I can't even read this shit. It's ridiculous. Love how you talk about things that are going on in your life. Very positive things. God bless you, and 2021 a good year for you. Thank you, Margaret. Much love, babe. What are some of your 2021 goals? Just really, I haven't even thought about it. Put a lot of work in on music and on myself, and hit the gym. Try and start getting some exercise, because at the moment it's nothing. Hail. Big ups to talking to me, us. Just wanted to show my appreciation, and the last question was because I've been rejected so many psych and rehabs for being too complex. I'm normally the helper, yet now nada. Being too complex, that's not fair. Everybody's complex in that situation. Hail. So you are somewhere now? In Dandenong, did you say? Or was that someone else? My short-term memory is bad. Much love, Hale. I wish you all the best with everything, eh? I'm on 120 milligrams of oxy a day due to having 4 feet of bowel cut out from Champix poisoning my colon. I hate it. Fucking hell, that's hectic, Robert. Sorry to hear that. That's horrible shit. Have you been on it long, mate? Hey, Sarah, what's cracking? Carolyn, bless you, mate. We all need this year to be better. Truly hope it is for you. Thank you. You too. I have comorbid conditions, physical as well. I'm not sure what that comorbid means. I love E6 and everything done, but I would be lying if I didn't chuckle when Cursor said falling and flying. I bought it, I'm lying. That's a good rhyme, absolutely. And when he said just got started, oh fuck off, bastard. I love that shit. Hey Brody, you're a legend. Hope you're good, man. Merry Christmas to you and the fams. Living that dad life. Should take up jiu-jitsu, bro. It's really good for combating anxiety. It's like you get used to being in stressful, uncomfortable situations. Churchy. I absolutely want to do that, you know. I said that before, but, you know, it's funny. I used to do taekwondo when I was younger. I've been wanting to get back into some sort of martial art or kickboxing or something like that. And I wanted to do jiu-jitsu. I'm kind of embarrassed, like, to go in there just as such an amateur, not knowing what I'm doing and shit, and being so close to someone. And when you're wrestling, I don't really know how it goes in their situations, but I'm a little bit. I get my self-consciousness takes over, and it's fucking annoying, to be honest. Kids are gaming. No, I'm not slipping. I've just been writing a lot, So I haven't been streaming. I've been just writing a lot of raps, and I haven't wanted to interrupt the flow of it by going on Twitch. So I've just been really trying to capture that. Cheers, brother. Same to you. Much love. Saw your old man wasn't doing too good. I hope he's doing better. He's doing really well now, Broddles. Thank you, man. Should see his beard. My dad's got a beard down to like here. He ties it in fucking little plaits and shit. It's adorable. I'm 4 weeks clean off 50 milligrams of oxy, 800 of slow release tramadol, and 8 Panadine 4 a day, even after just having spinal surgery. Haven't been taking anything. First week is the hardest. Jesus Christ, Benji. Even after an operation. I respect you, mate. That would be difficult. Literally reached out to the supposed best psych and rehab in Melbourne, and they told me no psych would take me on. Like, what the fuck? Hey, which one was that? Can you remember the name? Did you ever get Xanax withdrawal seizures? I never went into seizures, no, but I did get, like, it was like restless leg syndrome through your whole body. See you, Brod. Much love, mate. Yeah, it was like restless legs in your whole body and shaking and shit, but I never actually had a seizure. Thank God. Sorry that you went through that. Hey, thank you, J-Man, you legend. Thank you, Will. New year, new meds, new brain. You're so famous, bro. Make another album for 2020. Legend. Peace out, Jack. You're a legend. Why don't you and Pez correct your own lyric transcriptions on Genius? I write these hilarious bios that sound for real. You should queue up Pez's this sound and read the bio live before they delete it. I'll have to. That will be amazing. I'll check that out. I don't think I can on my phone, you know. But I will check that out. If you're doing funny little edits, that's great. I was looking Australia-wide and hence wondering if you went to one, and I believe, but I might be wrong, that it was Melbourne Clinic. I'll have a look again. I went to Arrow, but Arrow, it was, I think, mainly focused on addiction. It was a therapeutic community. It was really good. Out in the sticks. I was there for like 4 months. It's hectic, really hard. I shattered my knee and broke my back. Been on the shit for 4 years. All I can say is it sucked the life out of me. I'm sorry to hear that, Jack. It's a real tough one to go through. It's so bad. Make sure you do it with like, have a doctor involved, have a drug and alcohol addiction specialist involved so they know what's going on. Don't just do it alone, because it's so hard, dude. And doing it alone is not a good idea. It's dangerous. Do you have Instagram? Shanae, yes. Yep. It's the same way I spell 360 is on this YouTube. My partner cries every time she hears "Child." Her grandfather passed away. It's her favourite song ever. Good stuff, bro. You're an absolute legend. Oh, thank you. Send my love to her. I appreciate that. I love performing that song. Merry Christmas, 60. Have an awesome year. Can't wait to hear some new music. Thanks, Gary, a legend. How do you deal with your spare time? To be honest with you, I feel like all my time is spare time. So for me, it's a lot of music, like writing. I'm not actually listening to music, which is a weird thing that I'm going through at the moment. Usually I'd always be listening to something, but at the moment I don't really listen to music. Like the only music that I really want to hear is kind of somber, classical kind of music. It's strange. It's like I love listening to people who just do like real calm and eerie and dark sort of piano chords and like cello and stuff like that, or even choir. I love choirs and not churchy music because it's not gospel, but like the real dark kind of choir shit, stuff that you hear in movies and Game of Thrones. That's the kind of music that I listen to. Dragon fire metal. I went through drug and alcohol addiction for 15 years. Your music helped me get through some very tough times. Seriously, you helped me so much. Thank you. Oh, Dragon, I appreciate that. 15 years is a long one. How are you doing now? I appreciate that, though. Just been going through all your old songs. If you love them, you never hit them. Sarah Walker. Thank you. What's Pub Test? Is that a person? Yeah, Pub Test is like the sickest cunt in the world. He's always on the ball. Pub Test is the man. To those having trouble finding a good psych for rehab or just generally around Melbourne, I've found a lot of good luck with the ones consulting out of 140 Church Street, Richmond. I'm not sure what they're called, but after you end this live, check out Nomadic Jurassic. It fits what you say. Spot on. Oh, sick, George. I was going to write it down in my phone. I'll write it on my hand. Just a sec, guys. Nomadic Jurassic. Boom. Bleach. Message retracted. What happened? Where's the message gone? Bleach. With the super chat, but now the message is retracted. What happened? See you, Belinda. G'day, Alex. If I had the opportunity, I would work with Kanye West, Travis Scott, Kid Cudi, and Hans Zimmer. I would love to make an album with all of those. I used to be a city person, Shanae, but now I prefer the burbs. I like it quiet. I used to have an apartment in Port Melbourne. I lived there for a long-ass time, and then I moved here. And I kept that apartment, but ended up selling it because there was no chance of going back. I just couldn't go back to that kind of life, living in the same complex as someone. I mean, others, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to live by myself. Sorry if I miss messages, guys. There's a lot coming through, and because I've got my phone sideways, it's I only like see a couple messages. How old are you now, brother? I'm in my late 30s and was obsessed with your music in my 20s. Abby, I'm 34. So we're around the same age. It's bizarre to hear just even someone say that they're obsessed with my music. It's very, very, very surreal feeling. Been one of my favourite rappers since I hit puberty. Now I'm 20 years old and you're still up there, bro. Oh, thank you. Riley, that means a lot, eh? Dragon, fire metal. After 15 years, I graduated uni, travelled the world, now have family and a good job. Your music was there for me when I needed it. Oh, that's mad. Good on you, man. You've had kids and shit? Like, I love the idea of having kids. I just don't know if I could ever do that. It's not responsible enough yet, you know. I hope I can reach a place where I am 100% independent and can do everything by myself and have no addiction. I always have addiction issues, but I mean to the point where I can actually be responsible for another human being or a family. That would be amazing. I hope I can get there. But I'm getting old now, you know. But I'm happy to be an old dad. Sinead, no kids for me. I would love to, but it's going to take a long time. A lot of people have said that Sea Dog to jump on Warzone. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I'll just call you Sea Dog. I'm so bad at those first person shooters, eh? I've been thrashing Cyberpunk. Like, fuck. Love that game. Every morning, wake up at about 5, go down and play Cyberpunk, and then come upstairs and write for a bit. We're about the same age. Still love you, brother. Much love, Abby. Have you thought about making a track with some of the young rappers in Australia? Definitely, I'd be down if, you know, if it's the right people and the music's good. I'm down to work with anyone if the music's right, you know, and if it fits. I was 35 when I had my girl. Older is wiser. My dad was 40, I'm pretty sure, when he had me. I think I preferred I'd do it that way than, you know, do it as a youngin', but I just hope I can get it together within 6 years. You'd be a great dad. I don't know if I would, you know. I have the right intentions, but I don't know if I really could be. Who knows? Come on, bud, I'm 53. Carolyn, boss shit. Check out Skip. He comes from Northern Rivers, where I grew up. I reckon he would work so well with you. Skim. Have you got pets still? Yeah, I've got Dr. Pepper, my little Staffy. I think she's Staffy Cross Kelpie. She's a boss. I love her. My name's pronounced Kieran. Oh, nice. You should work with Chillin'. He's lyrically amazing. I think he's a boss. Absolute boss. So something was censored by YouTube. Was it Bleach? I don't want to miss it because it was the super chat, wasn't it? But I'm not getting any messages from Bleach. I don't know what's happened. Oops, I just pressed something. My bad. I think I made someone a moderator. Bleach, there it is. Listening to you for years and growing up, you were the soundtrack for us, and it's been mad watching you grow as an artist, the same as we have grown up listening to you and always being an inspiration. Bleach, oh, that's so nice and fucking awesome of you to say that, eh? I appreciate that, man. And thank you for the super chat. You legend. How much for a feature, you mad? Just send an email through with the track, and we'll figure it out. As someone with much older parents, you're never too old to have kids, brother. Benji, thank you. I hope I do, honestly do, because everyone's like, all my friends are really doing that now. They've all gone into the family life, and I'm just not there. And the thing is, I really want to do it when I'm with, you know, I want to be with someone and have it be serious. But when I've been in relationships before, I've never been in a relationship that's lasted, you know, and I'd want to be there. I'd want to be in a place where it was a good family vibe. But, you know, Who knows? I don't know if I'm capable of it. I've always been in relationships that have lasted the max a year and a half. But I need to grow a spine and speak up, because I'm always someone who will never say anything when I've got an issue with something. I'll always just kind of let it go, because I just want people to be comfortable, and I'm also a bit of a pussy. You know, I don't like confrontation. I avoid it at any cost. So being in a relationship with someone, I'll let stuff go that'll get to me, or I'll do stuff that I don't want to do, and ends up exploding where to the point where I'm just like, no, I can't do this anymore. So I thought when I was away in rehab that I was in a place, I found my voice, so to speak, and I thought I was in a comfortable place where I could really speak my mind freely and not be afraid to do it. But unfortunately, when I got out, it just zipped away, you know, and I need to learn to be, strong. Damn. Damn, Benji, that's tough, man. Can't imagine going through that. Have you travelled to the US? Been listening to music for a minute now. Love Australian hip hop music. Margaret, where are you? I have been to the US a few times. Played Lollapalooza in Chicago. Did a bunch of shows. Also did South by Southwest, which was great. Haven't been there for a while though. Do love it over there. It was hilarious when I did my first battle in America. No, not my first battle. My second battle in America. I got flown out there. It was in LA. I had no idea what was going on. I just, got the plane ticket paid for and my hotel paid for, and was like, boom. Ended up getting put up in Inglewood. So I go there. Inglewood is like, Inglewood's where Snoop's from, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's sort of right next to Compton, sort of out that way. And it was a place called Motel 6. And this place is basically one of those pay by the hour joints, A lot of prostitutes, a lot of crack. It was a bizarre experience. I was very innocent. Well, not so innocent, but I was new to America. I hadn't experienced it that much, so it was crazy going there. And then at night, and I went over. It was like midnight, and I wanted to get some alcohol, so it was crazy because they sold booze at the fucking, what are they called? The 7-Eleven type joints over there. The milk bars, I don't know what they call them. But the Quickie Mart joints. I went over there, got a beer, and then all these dudes, it was scary. Real scary. And they were like, what are you doing? And I gave them all $50 each. I was just like, hey, you want some money? I feared for my life. It was ridiculous. The first time I had a battle in America, it was with Anecdote in Times Square for the World Rap Championships, because we won for Australia. And these dudes in Times Square, you don't realise it when you first go, but these guys come up and they're rappers, and they're like, oh, listen to my music. So you put the headphones on, you listen to it. You're just like, oh, I was like, wow, this is mad. This guy's like putting in work out here. So I bought his mixtape. But then you go on the next block and it's the same thing. But then these dudes ran up and they sort of talking a little bit of shit, but they were in a joking way. So it was kind of fun. And they're like, where you guys from? I was from Australia, And they're like, oh, I want you to have my mixtape. What's your name? I'm like, oh, I'm Matt. And this is Conrad. So they write signatures in our name. They gave us about 5 mixtapes. And I was like, oh, thanks heaps. And they're like, yeah, cheers. $10. And I was just like, oh my God. And I'm not one to really want to scrap, you know, like I push off a scrap at any cost because, you know, I don't like it, you know, and it's dangerous. People can get killed so easily. So I back out. I try and talk out of every situation like that. And Conrad is like is he blue or purple? Well, he's fucking crazy at jiu-jitsu. Amazing. And he just wanted to fight straight away. He was like, it's not going down like that. And the guy's like, it is fucking going down like that. And I was just like, oh, he just fucking chilled, just gave him the money, and then we fucked off. It was crazy. It was actually a really good experience. Humbling. Oh, Ricky, that was a fun time. That battle with Keynote. I actually like that dude a lot, you know. A lot of people that are addicted have ADHD. Ever realize that? I reckon goes hand in hand like mental illness does, you know. Like my mother reckons I've got ADHD. I reckon I do for sure. I went, Mitch. I've been to Delmont, which is a little detox clinic. I went there for a month for my first time, and for my second time being in an institution like that, I was in Arrow Health, which was really great. The Bentink. Thank you, Gary. You're a legend. I found LA quite superficial. Couldn't believe how many Kim K imitations there were. The lips, the butts. Yeah, the fake booties and shit is wild over there. It's to the point where it's just like, Jesus Christ. You know? Fuck, I've got some stories. I hated LA at first too. I thought it was a full just like everyone just wanted to be famous. There wasn't really genuine art or genuine reason for doing stuff. It was just let's get fame. LA's where to be. But then when I actually knew people out there, like in the suburbs and stuff, it was so fun. Like the people out there that I know were just I had great time with them. And they were just rappers and stuff like that. So it was just a lot of rapping and partying and stuff back in those days. How do you spell your surname, Natasha? Wish you the best, bro. Besides my brothers does Muay Thai. Shh, I don't even know if I spelled that right. I think you spelled it right. I'm a terrible speller these days. I used to be fucking like 100% on spell tests when I was younger. And as soon as you get a phone, spelling goes out the window. Autocorrect does it for you. You don't even know. Like I can't explain how many times I've tried to write the word recommend, and I never know whether it's RECC. So I just type in REC and it comes up with recommend and I press it. If I try to spell recommend myself, forget about it. Fucking forget about it. I used to drive up to mixtape hustlers and tell them if they battle me, I'll buy their tape. But I would write pre-meds for exactly those moments and clown them in front of their crew. Yes, that's amazing. Pre-meds work, eh? Like they're sneaky, but they fucking work. Christmas was good to me. Just chilled with the fams, you know. Was very disappointed to hear about MF Doom passing away. Everyone loved MF Doom. Mac Miller wasn't a huge influence for me, I won't lie. I really digged him as a person. Like when I watched, I mean, musically he wasn't a big influence. Like I did like his music, but he influenced me as a person. Like when I watched his interviews and stuff, I really felt like I related to him in a lot of ways, you know. Um, actually felt like I related to him fucking massively. So as a dude, I really really liked him. I had so much respect for him. No, Mac was definitely not influenced by me. Never heard of me. I guarantee that. Who's your favorite rapper or someone you looked up to? Oof. It goes through stages, you know. Like I go through stages where I just like bars, you know. I love dudes that bring bars. Like someone who's really good at doing like the bars and the new wave style of rap is Tory Lanez. Really like him. Growing up for me though, it was Big L, it was DITC, it was fuck. I even got into real southern rap back in the days, like all the No Limit stuff. Really loved all that stuff. Silk the Shocker, Master PC, Murder. Um, like, and I really loved shit like I loved Cool G rap. You know, dudes who really just did that rap stuff like Nas, early Nas, and Mobb Deep as well. Eminem was a huge influence. Not gonna lie. I think you can probably tell a lot of my stuff is heavily influenced by Eminem, especially ad libs and everything like that. Um, but yeah, people that have, who my memory's bad, like to think of stuff on the spot, you know. But people that have influenced me a lot, you know. Lately, I watched that guy who was in that entanglement with Will Smith's wife, August Alsina. I watched some interviews with him, and I watched the interview with him and this chick, and he was like on the verge of tears, and it made me cry. I felt it so much. I think I was going through some stuff, but that guy's a real dude. Like I don't listen to his music. I think he's really talented. I don't listen to his music, but fuck, he's as a dude, he's a real one. Like he talks honest, and I really respect that. I love MGK. I think MGK is great, and I love that he went the route that he did because he was made to do that. You know, what a fucking legend. It's not really my type of music, but I really respect it. So original. Can you recommend some of your songs that have an Eminem vibe? You know, I think Tiny Angel has an Eminem vibe. Like if you compare that song to, it's not really. It's storytelling the same as Kim, the song Kim was. Um, Maybe Sixer Valley, I think, was, you know, shows definitely a lot of influence from Eminem in my songs. Is there any Aussie hip hop artists that came before you that you enjoy or even look up to? Oh, there is, yeah. Um, I haven't been keeping in touch with what's going on these days. You know, like the shit that's happening at the moment. I'm not really sure. Who are those dudes who are doing real well at the moment that are doing the more drill shit? 1-4 is it? I've just been out of the loop, but I heard some shit by them. And I was like, that's yeah, they're doing it. I think Chillin' It's doing it really well. Oh, Harley, much love. I appreciate that. Fuck yeah. NF is great. He every time I listen to him, it makes me want to rap. because just the way he flows and shit, you know, he's a beast. Guys, I'm gonna jump off. I love the Aussie drill shit. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of anyone who just making whatever type of music they want to make if they do it well. Brad Strutt's the absolute champion. A lot of love for Brad. Token's dope. Like you get pissed off with some of your recent tracks promoting drug use when it has caused you so many dramas personally. Chin up, man. Wait, I understand, man. I will always just talk shit though, you know, like I'm not necessarily promoting it. It's just what I rap about. But you got to always try and look at it's tough for music because like always try for it. You really can't because you always associate music with the artist that makes it, but sometimes it's best to try and just look at the music as a form of entertainment. Like if you look at you watch a movie and say it's got heavy partying and cocaine use, and you don't necessarily look at that and say that that's promoting drug use or, you know, stuff like that. It's just trying to paint a picture. And I understand that people who make music, like it's a lot more personal than making a movie. But try and just look at it in that way, you know. Because a lot of the time, if I'm rapping about certain drugs in a stupid way, I'm just doing punchlines. I'm not trying to say how good and glorify how drugs are. I'm just saying a punchline. That's it. It's just trying to say bars with wordplay or metaphors. Or if I'm rapping about drugs and the effect that they've had on me, then I'm not going to stop doing that because it's just real, you know. I think it a way for artists to release and a way of therapy and to let everyone else know that they ain't alone. Absolutely. Absolutely, James. What is your favourite album? Whoa, that's tough. I like Vintage Modern too. I think I rap the best on that one. I think Falling and Flying is the most timeless one because it was very successful. And it was the most successful one. To be honest with you, though, I prefer my mixtapes. I've learned that now. I was talking to my family about it. You know, I've learned that these days, I feel like whenever I've approached making music, I've always done mixtapes that have been fun. Like if you think about Please Be Seated, those mixtapes. If you think about the VI shit, Stand the Fuck Up. All those mixtape joints, I haven't approached them like I do an album. When I make an album, we go in and we create this body of work where it's got a lot of production, and I probably think it's probably overproduced, it's over polished, and everything has to be done perfectly, all the vocals and choruses and stuff like that, where I prefer the approach of making a mixtape. So the stuff that I'm doing now, I'm not approaching it with a whole team involved on the production side, you know. I'm doing it myself. And that's something I've had to learn, and it's taken, you know, however many albums and mixtapes I've made for me to realize that it doesn't need to be involved and heavily produced and perfect, you know. I like the raw stuff more. Early Warning featuring Chris Chaney has a very similar beat to Sing for the Moment. Absolutely. I actually suggested that we use the same drums as Sing for the Moment. 100%. Hey guys, thank you for coming through. Hey, it was a great stream. I'm gonna jump off now. Get ready to have dinner. I know it's early, but do I answer Instagram DMs? Sometimes. I am a bit weird with my phone. I am petrified of my phone. I have it constantly on do not disturb mode because I get certain notifications and it freaks me out. I can't talk to people on the phone much. Um, it is a weird. I'm going through this weird thing like I don't talk to many people, and yeah, I think I've hurt a few people unfortunately because I've just had to distance myself and go through what I'm going through, and because when sometimes having phone calls even just freaks me out, but even sometimes reading messages on DMs, there's a reason for it. I don't know if I should go into it, but I can if you want. But there's I don't always check my DMs. It's only certain moments I'll feel all right. Yep, I'm comfortable at the moment. I'll check some DMs, but not always. So if I do miss it, I'm sorry. I battled Rone, Rone. Check it out, Ashley. We had a bonus round and I was fucked. I was off my face. It was bad. Yeah, see, I've had some issues with some people who wouldn't leave me alone and found my address and did some pretty hectic stuff. And also, so when my phone goes off and I get a notification or rings, my heart sinks and I always think it's them, or I think it's someone about to give me some really bad news. I sort of catastrophize everything. So I don't. My phone's on. I don't take calls at all. I don't call. I barely message anyone because I'm just scared to even look at it. And my DMs, it's similar things have happened on there too. I had to be forced away from Facebook because I had people hitting me up and they said they were going to hurt themselves, they were going to take their life, and when I read that, I couldn't leave it. I just felt like I can't just leave that, so I had to always get involved, and I always got involved, and it a few times got taken on a ride for it, and yeah, it was not a good idea. So I had to just cancel Facebook messages completely. But I do sometimes check the DMs, but that's why I'm so bad with my phone. Um, it's bizarre. It is strange. I'm a very weird dude. To be afraid of calls, and it's just silly. I know it's ridiculous, and I know a lot of it's paranoia, but it feels real. Like the fear. Like even when the doorbell rings, I get scared. I think that's a good idea, Abby. Like being away from social media was great when I was in rehab. Why are you not as buff as you used to be, Hamish? Oh, dude, I just haven't been going to the gym, man. You should have seen how big I was. I was fucking 120 kilos at the start of the year. I was a puffy cunt. Not me, mister. Just put a restraining order on them. 50. Well spent, those American boys. Does it cost 50 to get a restraining order? I've never put out an IVO. I wanted to, but I just I couldn't do it because I didn't have actual evidence. We ended up installing cameras and um, everything like that, but the only real evidence was certain text messages and stuff that weren't really enough to get an IVO. I don't think. Like the fucking doorbell ringing at 3 in the morning and waking up the whole house, and my parents who were older and stuff. Shit got crazy, and some really bizarre stuff. Like, I won't go into it. Deadlight. It's good. I don't like that you feel the same way, but it's good to know other people actually understand the phone fear, the fear of the phone. Like, I like using my phone and being on. Like, I look at Twitter and deep dive on Twitter all the time in certain issues and stuff. But when it comes to connecting with people on like calls, it's just like, nope, can't do it. It freaks me out. Yeah, hopefully, Doomy. I don't really want to say Bobby because I don't want them to, in case they're watching, I don't want to offend them, I don't want to start anything. I used to meditate every day, and I need to get back into it. Oh, good on you for quitting, AJ. That's mad. Yes, I'm on silent all the time, puppy. I always have it on silent. My Mickey Mouse tattoo's there. Yeah, it's there. It's that side. I forgot. Never feel alone. Have your back. Your fans have your back. Till the end, you've helped many of us. It's time for us fans to do something for you. We all have much love for you, bro. Never stop doing this. Oh, that's a. Appreciate that, Isaac. You guys don't have to do anything. It's just even just being here, The support is enough, which is great, and I really appreciate it. Not at all, James. Dylan, absolutely, man. Talking about it even on here feels good. Nah, I think I'm pretty done with the tattoos. If I'm going to get more, all I'm going to do now is probably finish the ones that are unfinished. Like, have to fill in all my arms properly and have to get my whole chest done properly because it's not filled in yet, you know what I mean? Like, once I get all that filled in, sweet. Hello to Ashley, Wade's cousin. Much love, babe. If there's anything us fans can do, 60, just say, Emily. I appreciate that. You guys are good anyway with your support. Don't have to do anything at all. AJ, thank you so much. Your lyrics saved my life back in the day when I couldn't express myself. That's fucking awesome, man. How long for the beard take to grow? This one's been growing for about 6 months. I had it a lot longer. If I kept it, I wish I kept it, but I cut it before I got out of rehab because I didn't want to look real fucking bushy when Mum saw me after being in rehab. I wanted to look respectable. I've sent the song Just a Thought to many up-and-coming rappers from around the world, and they always thank me for sending that song. It's an inspiration. It's like medication for them. Oh, Ash, that's amazing. Thank you. I actually love that song. Like, I feel like that explains a lot of my views on religion and the universe and stuff. I don't know Eminem personally, no. when I toured with him, I didn't even meet him. I did have a big chat with his manager Rosenberg, but not him. And Kendrick and J. Cole were on the tour too, and they were chill, but we were under strict instructions that we were not to approach Eminem. I saw him. Paul's actually, we had a big chat about um, Eminem's past, um, also about my music and stuff, because when we when they came, got an email saying Eminem's coming to Australia, and they pick the support acts. It's not done by the label or anything. And they're like, so what songs would you want Eminem to hear? So I put a bunch of battles together. They wanted to set on all my biggest hits on the radio songs and stuff, and I was like, nah, it's got to be these songs, the ones that he would relate to. And I sent him a bunch of my rap battles too, and we got picked. So we spoke a lot about that, about just about music, and he was really nice. Said some stuff that made me go, "Fuck, this would be mad." But a lot of it's happened a lot, you know, with a lot of rappers that come from America or managers and stuff. You talk to them, and some of them say some stuff that'll be like, "We could do this or that," and sometimes it doesn't eventuate, you know. Eminem is, why weren't you allowed to approach Eminem? He's so famous. Like, that guy is on a level of Michael Jackson fame, you know, where he's got fans that are legit. Like, Stan is real. That song is so real because it's so bizarre. When we're on the tour, right, I had all these Eminem fans that they follow him at every tour he goes to, every show he goes to, they're there. And they pay for the really expensive seats. And a bunch of them started following me because of the tour and interacting with me. And one of the, I swear to God, it was like Stan, one of the dudes, he he had the blonde hair, the tattoos, um, and the guy had videos of him cutting himself. He was literally living the Stan lifestyle. It was like he'd heard the song and became that, you know what I mean? It was insane. And you realize that that guy can't go anywhere. That's one thing we spoke about. He doesn't go anywhere. Like, he's, I'm not sure how, he sounds like he's getting more across what's happening in the world, but apparently back then he was just in his studio making music and just lived in his house and that's it, you know what I mean? And didn't really connect with the outside world, but he can't because he would be in danger, you know? So I understand that. Mad security around him too. He would rock up to shows, drive in his car, get out, fucking jump on stage, finish the set, jump back in the car. Crazy. Try having a woman turn up at your business after she flew there. I walked out the back and shut business down, scared the crap out of me. She said she came to marry me and we never even... What the fuck, George? Oh, I don't know what you'd even do in that situation. Absolutely, Carly. That is definitely why. Thomas. There it is. The classic. The old school classic. Hey guys, I've got to bounce. Much love. Thanks for coming through. You guys are legends. Been a good stream. Enjoyable times. Much love, puppy. Thanks for everything. You guys are great. Cheers.